Hi everyone, I'm Mandy Richardson. I'm a Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. Today I wanted to make a video, and sorry, I just got done working out, threw some makeup on and hat, so a little rough. But I wanted to make a video talking about what I call the B attitudes of building your business in network marketing, specifically talking about Plexus, but obviously this would work with any network marketing. This is after working this business for 2 years, being a unintentional network marketer, meaning I really had no intentions of doing this business, and it kind of found me more than I found it. I'll put it that way. So I'm just going to go through these real quick. I'm going to try to make it brief, so if you share this or are watching this, I'm not taking up too much of your time. But as cliche as some of these may sound, these are the things I have found to be crucial for my growth in my business, but also what I have found to be crucial or potential stumbling blocks when I watch other people try to grow their business and where they get stuck. So the first B attitude is to be positive and consistent. So again, I know that sounds like obvious, but it goes through everything. With network marketing, quite often, because it's network, and I take that as relationship marketing. Sorry, I got stumbled on my words, but like relationship marketing, people are buying into you faster than or more than they're buying into the products. At least they're buying into you first. It starts there. Eventually, obviously, the products have to hold their own, but it starts with you. And that's why you see some people have lightning fast starts and some people have slower starts. Some of that's because of just their network of influence. And it doesn't mean, this isn't high school and who's most popular, but it could just mean how much that person has spent pouring into others' lives prior to starting Plexus. Some people are more extroverted and others are more introverted. What I have seen is anybody can do this. It may look different on the time frame, but anybody can do this. So, and that's kind of the be consistent part, is don't give up. Be positive, whether that's on Facebook. If you're using Facebook as a tool, don't turn it into, and I've said this so many times, I'll say it again here because it can't be said enough. Do not turn it into one day it's a horrible day and life stinks and you hate, you kind of go on this big rant about stuff. And then the next day you're all positive and great, want people to buy Plexus from you. It doesn't mean don't be a real person with ups and downs. I'm not saying that at all. But you're trying to draw people in to trust you and to want what you have. And part of that is branding yourself. And people are drawn to positivity and people are drawn to someone they feel like they can trust. So those two are crucial. I could go on a long time about that, but I'm just going to stop there. Be a team player. So what does that mean? Again, I don't know network marketing outside of Plexus in the sense of how other companies are structured and compensation plans are structured. I have heard that ours really is structured in a way that promotes and motivates helping each other out without that hurting us, without someone passing you in rank being detrimental to your rank, things like that. What I will say is this, getting aside from our compensation plan and how we're paid, I'm not saying don't be smart and run around helping everyone else out and to the detriment of your own growth and your own team. But I will say what goes around comes around. And for example, I do let's say 7-day challenge pages, and I have people ask if they can be on it. And maybe they're not on my team, my bigger team, they're nowhere, completely other team. I always ask myself this, am I still accomplishing what I want to accomplish for my team by including them? The answer is yes. It doesn't take away from what I'm trying to do. And I think you want to be known as someone who is always willing to help and is open and shares with other people. I think if you make a habit of telling people, no, this is just for my people, this is just for my group, I think that can end up biting you in the butt. I'm just going to say it like that. I think it's best to be known as someone who is willing to help others and know that in the end, it's not going to hurt you. Personally, I think it helps you in the end. But even if it didn't have a financial gain for you to be helpful to other people, I think it matters to have integrity and character and to lay your head on the pillow at night and know that you did what was right. And I think that will always come full circle. So I'll just leave it at that. Be all in. that kind of goes back to the consistency and positivity a little bit. But again, all in means I see people go hard at this, and then life happens and things happen in their life, and then they're gone for a while. I'm not saying you can't do that, but know that that will have consequences for your business. Amazingly enough, I've seen people come back and totally be able to pick back up and gain some momentum. But just know that you kind of have to be all in and find the balance of how this works in your life. And that may take some time, but you've heard it, I know a lot. It goes back to the belief and being all in. It's just so important to stay consistent in working this business. So the next one is be the ambassador you would like to have on your team. I hear a lot of people sometimes sit around saying like, oh, I wish I had that rock star. Or, oh, I wish if I only had this person on my team. You be that person. Not just in the sense of growth and being a strong rock star in the business, but also your attitude and your personality. Be the person you would want to recruit on your team. And I think you'll find that you'll draw those people in when you're being that person. I hope that makes sense. I just think it's really good, again, to be positive, to work hard, and to sit and focus on things that you have no control over. Whether you get 10 rock stars from day one. And when we say rock stars, we just mean people who get it. People who get the products, who get the business, and go all in at some point. That's what we mean when we say rock stars. Some people get to Emerald without rock stars. It's just a lot of people loving the products. Some people get to Emerald and have very few people on their level ones, we'll say, because they had a lot of rock stars. It doesn't matter. Just work consistently on the things that you control. Be ready to learn and grow. That's a big one. Don't think you know everything. Even when you're exploding in growth, know that there's always room for more learning and more growing. This is a very self-reflective situation, I guess I would say. I may not know how to say that correctly, but self-awareness goes a long way in this business. To be able to be aware of yourself, of your faults, of your strengths. And I'm not saying beat yourself up over it, but to be aware of it so then you can navigate it in a positive way. To know when maybe you're not helping a situation, but then also know what your strengths are when you can add to a situation or, your business. Learning, reading books, watching videos, asking other leaders what they're doing, or reading blogs of other leaders. I think it's just important that you have to continue to invest in yourself and know that none of us have it all together. None of us have figured it all out. The last to be attitude is to be humble. So this is a big one. And the reason why I included it on here is this is such a people business. And there are people who your work will benefit, meaning you may feel like you're doing all the work and maybe someone above you is benefiting from that. What I say to people in that situation is your upline being there or not being there does not affect your paycheck. How amazing that you can make the money you're making with Plexus and bless other people if that happens to be the situation you're in. Or I have people who say, in their downline, I'm doing the work for them, I'm doing the work for them. Be humble. Do what you can do for other people. Wherever the holes are, fill the gaps. And don't get self-righteous about that. Be humble with your own success. Be humble and know that we're all capable of falling backwards, of someone not liking us. There may be people on your team who connect with someone in your upline or sideline. And I always just say, if that's what does it for them, put another log on that fire. Encourage that relationship. Don't take it personally. Don't internalize stuff to mean like, oh, well, they don't like me or this is all about me. I say this a lot. It is not about you. With your team or with your customers or discount ambassadors and their products, really work on focusing on your team's success, your customer's success, because ultimately that's where you will have success. If you focus on just your own success, I want to hit this next rank. Now, how are these people going to help me do it? People typically aren't going to respond to that. I can guarantee you they're not going to respond to that. If you make your focus other people, number one, that's just the right thing to do. And number two, you will have success secondary to that. So anyways, those are my big attitudes for today. I hope they help, and ask me any questions you have. Thanks, everyone. Bye.